Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
After a terrific 5-1 road trip, the Halos return to the Big A for a 7-game homestand against their wild card rivals. The Halos are one of the hottest teams in baseball, but tonight they find themselves in a crucial series with the Detroit Tigers as both teams are scrapping for a playoff berth. Tigers and Angels is next. Well, the Halos return home red hot. A 5-1 road trip tonight to begin a very crucial series, the first of 3 against the visiting Detroit Tigers here at the Big A. As we welcome you inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West. Victor Rojas along with my partner Mark Gubizzo. This evening we're going to be treated to a very special pitching matchup in that Urban Santana continues to throw the ball well since early August. And perhaps one of the best pitchers in baseball over the last month, Max Scherzer's going for the Tigers.
Well, it's a lot of fun to be able to watch these two go out there and compete. Last time for Urban going out, he got locked up against King Felix in Seattle and outpitched him. Urban's been throwing the ball well. His fastball command has been much better. Good movement on the fastball also. 91, 92. His slider's been unhittable, and he's going to have to be extra special tonight. Max Scherzer's got a fastball. Upper 90s, great command on the outer part of the plate. He's got, at times, an unhittable slider, and he's pitched exceptionally well against the Angels this year. 2-0 with ERA just barely over 1. So he's been throwing the ball well, but Urban's been throwing the ball extremely well. And throughout his career against the Tigers, 6-3 mark. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Both these guys have strikeout stuff.
Yeah, those two starts that Scherzer had against the Angels, both at Comerica Park. His numbers out on the road a little bit different than at home. The Angels offensively continue to swing a very hot bat. 34 total hits against the Oakland Athletics. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. All-American Jack Combo for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores. By the amazing Hyundai Sonata. Visit your Southern California Hyundai dealer today. And by Resident Evil Retribution in 3D in theaters September 14th. Folks, still rolling into the Big A for this first of three against the Detroit Tigers. A gorgeous night for baseball. Still rather warm for the month of September, but we will certainly take it. Don't have to deal with any rain in the forecast. We check out the Kia standings, the American League wild card. The Angels at the start of the day, 2.5 back. Baltimore has lost already to the New York Yankees, 8-5 in that one. Tampa Bay and Texas were tied, and they still are tied. That game is in the 10th inning, 1-1 in the top of the 10th. So a very important series, not only here, but also in Tampa, in Baltimore. Oakland will open up a 3-game set tonight against Felix Hernandez and the Seattle Mariners up at Safeco Field.
Boy, September baseball is outstanding in the way the schedules have been made out here this weekend. A lot of big series, including this one here in Anaheim, as Irvin taking the hill against this very tough, difficult Tiger lineup.
A very important road trip for the Tigers, too. 3 this weekend here, and then 4 against the division-leading Chicago White Sox. Let's check out Jim Leyland starting 9 for Detroit. They are a game back in the Central with the 73-63 record. Have Austin Jackson leading things off at center. Andy Dirks gets the start in left field. Miguel Cabrera at third base. Prince Fielder at first. Delman Young will serve as the DH tonight. Brennan Bosch in right field. Johnny Peralta the shortstop. Alex Avila will be doing the catching and batting eighth. And Ramon Santiago gets the start tonight. The switch hitter over at second base, and he will bat ninth. Taking on Irvin Santana, who comes into this one with an 8-11 record, a 5.32 ERA, but certainly he's thrown the ball much better over the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, his last 7 starts, he's 4-1. His record, his fastball command has been back. His tempo has been outstanding, and his slider at times virtually unhittable. He's been able to change speeds on that. His changeup has been very solid also, and he likes and relishes these opportunities to be locked up against a very good pitcher, and he's going to be doing that tonight against Max Scherzer and this lineup.
Now let's check out the defense for the Angels behind Irvin. Mark Trumbo's in left, Mike Trout at center, Torrey Hunter in right. The infield has Meiser Asturis and Eric Ibar on the left side. Howie Kendrick and Kendrys Morales on the right, and it's Chris Iannetta behind the dish.
And Eric Ibar at shortstop's been very good. The Gold Glover from last season has been outstanding. It's 1 error in his last 30 games, fielding percentage of .979. He's been involved in 76 double plays. Quick hands, strong throwing arm.
Irvin coming off that win against the Seattle Mariners. That was that Saturday afternoon when he was matched up against Felix Hernandez. He struck out 5, walked 2, allowed 2 runs on just 4 hits in 7 innings of work. The start prior to that was against the Tigers. He gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits in 7 innings of work. Had 2 home runs allowed in that start at Comerica Park. The Angels here at home, a 36-29 record. And the Tigers are 5 games under 500 out on the road. A completely different team for Jim Leyland away from Comerica Park. Here's Austin Jackson. The first one tonight is just a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson, a very good season for him, a .306 average with 13 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Very good speed, as that one's off the plate apparently. And Eric Cooper establishing the strike zone early. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Jackson with 23 doubles on the year. He's tardy on that fastball. It's 2-1.
See, Irvin's ability to throw his slider in a fastball count allowed Jackson to look for a slider. It was late on a fastball. That was only an 89 from Irvin, but he's able to get that over because he's got a hitter guessing with him.
Another fastball. This one's fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Irvin quickly getting back into the count after falling behind at 2-0 to start off the game.
I don't think we noticed from Austin Jackson, he doesn't chase a lot of breaking pitches well out of the strike zone. It's got to be close enough if he throws a slider here.
Upstairs and a full count. Jackson, even though he has struck out 115 times this year, has better plate discipline than he has in years past. The 3-2. This one's lifted down the right field line. Long run for Torrey toward foul territory. Not going to get there. So we'll reset and do it again at 3-2.
All fastball so far for Irvin against Jackson.
Jackson last year 181 strikeouts. The year before 170 strikeouts. His on-base percentage up to .389, where last year it was just at .317 for a leadoff man. Another 3-2 from Irvin. This one's down the line again. Torrey, watch this one sail into the seats.
Torrey's loose now.
Yeah.
Got his wind sprints in here while playing defense.
Had the off day yesterday. He should be loose.
Yes, exactly.
Jabbed him. This one out toward right center field. Trout was shading him that way, and there's the first down of the ball game. Before Andy Dirk steps to the plate, we'll check out our Hyundai key to the game.
I know it's one of your favorite bands, the Zach Brown band. We're going with the win today. The ability to be able to create runs with your speed against Max Scherzer. You got Mike Trout, you got Meister Storrs, you got Eric Ibar, you got Howie Kendrick. All that speed in your line to be able to create opportunities to allow Trumbo, Pujols, and Morales to drive you in. That's the important. Press the issue with your speed.
Andy Dirks looks at a fastball right down the pipe for a strike. .320 average in 65 games for Dirks. 5 home runs and 28 runs batted in. The Angels offensively, as we pointed out, going to break the 34 hits they had against the Oakland Athletics. Picking up that 3-game sweep up at the Coliseum. This one's fouled back. 1-2.
Change up against Dirks. Well, we noticed that Dirks in Detroit likes pitches on the inner half of the plate. Did get one flare to left field, but that was more of a mistake swing for him. He's looking inner half. That outer part of the plate's open.
1-2. Got him looking. Down goes Dirks. 2 down. Strikeout number 1 for Santana.
When just like that, Irvin goes to the outer part of the plate and paints the corner. And Eric Cooper rings him up. His first punch out of the game for Santana.
Mentioned Eric Cooper's calling the balls and strikes. Jeff Kellogg's at first base. Tim Timmons at second. Vic Carapazza, the umpire, at third base. Good umpiring crew for this weekend series. Oakland rolls into town for the first of 4 on Monday. Here's Miguel Cabrera, the third baseman. 2 outs, nobody on. The first one is outside. Cabrera and Mike Trout tied for the league lead in batting average, both at .330. Cabrera with 35 home runs, 116 runs batted in. Off-speed pitch off the top part of the strike zone. Evens a count of 1-1.
That's one of those pitches, though, that Irvin will throw, his get-over slider. That's a dangerous pitch against Miguel Cabrera. That's, you make him swing at your pitch. You don't want to fight your way back in the strike zone with a hanging breaking ball.
One ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the first. Well, he came inside with that fastball. Good location in on the hands.
Oh, I like that pitch right there from Irvin. Good job by Chris Iannetta setting up inside. 93-mile-an-hour fastball for hitters looking for either a fastball or slider away.
Outside. 2-2 now. Santana, after a long at bat, got Austin Jackson to fly ball to right center field. The Trout caught. The Dirk struck out looking. Prince Fielder's on deck. Just underway here at the big game. This one's popped up on the first base side. It's going to land in the seats.
Well, that fastball had some life on it also at 93.
That one's fouled back. The slider that caught the chest protector of Chris Iannetta.
Eric Cooper trying to give Chris an opportunity to be able to catch his breath on that after that foul ball got him.
Off speed, got him swinging. Down goes Cabrera. 1, 2, 3 inning for Santana. We'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. Starting 9, the Angels for the first time this season 11 games over 500 with a 74-63 record. We'll have Mike Trout leading things off in center field. Torrey Hunter's in right. Albert Pujols to DH. Kendrys Morales, a cleanup hitter at first base. Howie Kendrick at second. Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Mark Trumbo in the 7th hole tonight. He's in left field. Meister Sturis gets started third, and it's Chris Iannetta doing the catching, batting ninth as they take on the 28-year-old right-hander, native of Chesterfield, Missouri, just down of St. Louis. His name is Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer fastball 93-98. Hard slider. Very good changeup. Changes speed also with his slider.
Scherzer with a 15-6 record, a 3.93 ERA, a strikeout machine. 204 strikeouts in 162 and 2/3 innings. Trout hitting .330, 25 home runs, 75 runs batted in, 6 for 27 on the just completed road trip. 0-1 pitch. It's outside. 1-1. Mentioned that Scherzer right now a 5-game winning streak for him. Took care of the Angels on August 26th on that Sunday afternoon at Comerica. 7 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, 9 strikeouts and 2 walks. 1-1 pitch. This one's out to the alley at right center field. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Trout on his way to second. Jackson picks it up and fires it back in, and Michael stopped right there. A leadoff double for Mike Trout, his 23rd of the season.
And that's a nice approach for Trout. That day off yesterday really helps him out more than anybody on his team. Re-energize himself, gets inside out on that pitch on the inner half, but then this is going around the base. Stumbles a bit, but he's not going to be able to go to third anyhow because Austin Jackson's got tremendous speed, and you don't want to be that first out of third anyhow, especially with Torrey coming up.
You see him shaking his head. He was thinking about third base all the way, but Jackson was shading him that way. He stops at second, a leadoff double for Torrey. Torrey hitting .305 with 13 home runs, 70 runs batted in for Hunter. And Scherzer right from the get-go working from the stretch, and the first one's outside. The one thing we did see from Scherzer, the 2 starts that we've had a chance to call his games, not only will he establish that fastball on the outside part of the plate, but much like the pitch that Trout just drove out to right center field, that little breaking ball, that front door breaking pitch in on right-handers. As Torrey bounces this right up the middle, it's a single, and the Angels are going to strike first. A 1-0 Angels lead on Hunter's 71st RBI.
Going to get some success against Scherzer right away. Had 0 success against him in Detroit. But when you look at Scherzer's overall numbers, the record on the road 8-4, but ERA mid-4s as compared to low 3s at home. So you're talking about a run differential between on the road as compared to home. And 2 good approaches at the plate so far. One by Trout, and there by Torrey Hunter, driving in another run, giving him RBI number 71.
So a double followed by the single. Here's Albert Pujols. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Albert looks at a fastball for a strike. You mentioned those numbers too for Scherzer. 7-2 record, a 3.36 ERA, with 12 starts at home. This is his 16th start out on the road. 8-4 and a 4.41 ERA. Opponent's batting average 263 out on the road compared to 247 at home. As Albert swings through that one at 95 miles per hour, and it's 0-2.
When all the guys I've talked to in the lineup against Scherzer in those games in Detroit saying how free and easy his fastball is. They feel like they can track it well, but then it has that late life on the fastball, and he paints it very well in the outside corner. That's why you jump on a guy like this early in the game and get as many runs as possible.
0-2 count on Albert as Scherzer flips it over to first. Albert with a 14-game hitting streak. That was after he picked up his double in the third inning of Wednesday afternoon's game. His 40th double of the year. 29 home runs, 93 runs batted in. He's behind in the count at 0-2 with Hunter standing at first base. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Angels overall offensively second in the American League in team batting average at 275. They are 6th in home runs. They are now 2nd in runs scored with 659. 3rd in slugging, 3rd in on base percentage, 2nd in stolen bases with 117. Quick throw to first this time. Torrey easily back.
Scherzer with 3 pickoffs this year, which is a pretty high amount for a right-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher. And what he does, he gets into stretch position. He collapses that front leg just enough to throw off a would-be base stealer. Most base stealers look for that front leg, any kind of bend at all. That means he's going home, but he has that ability to do that and then throw the first, which can be at times called a balk, because when you collapse that front leg at all, an umpire can call that a balk, but Scherzer's been very good as far as not getting called but once this entire year.
The 1-2 pitch. Albert bounces this one toward the hole. Cut off by Cabrera. Backhand flip. And they get the force out at second. As we check out the defense. Interesting play by Cabrera because I think he might have a chance at double play. Defensively, Dirks, Jackson, Bosch in the outfield from left to right. Cabrera, Peralta, Santiago, fielder from third to first. Avila doing the catcher.
Alex Avila behind the plate has been throwing the ball much better of late. Throwing out percentage of 26.5%. All-Star last year. Very solid as far as his release time. Struggled early in the year, but he's picked up the pace.
So Albert over at first base with 1 out. Short lead for him. Kendrys Morales steps in. The first one's down and in.
You mentioned that fact that looked like it could have been a double play ball, Victor, but now it forces Prince Fielder to be able to hold Albert. That gives that hole open between first and second. So instead of having no one on base with 2 outs and Kendrys up, he's still coming up here with the man on base and that hole being open for him.
Kendrys hitting .276 on the year with 18 home runs, 63 runs batted in. Drew 3 walks Wednesday, 1 intentional walk, 2 regular base on balls, finishing the day going 1 for 2 with a single. Had a 3-hit game Tuesday night. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trout with the leadoff double. Torrey Hunter with an RBI single, putting the Angels up 1-0 here in the first. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
With that 96-mile-an-hour fastball, bottom part of the strike zone. Just catches the bottom part, according to our Fox tracks. Pretty tough pitch, especially when it's at 96.
Now the 1-2. That's down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scherzer, a first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks, the 11th overall selection, 2006, out of the University of Missouri. He's matched his career high in wins with 15. He did it last year. This one sliced over the head of Cabrera down the left field line. Albert will round second. He'll end up at third as Morales ends up at second with a double. 20th of the year for Kendrys.
Now you see the significance of not being able to turn a double play. Now you have second and third with 1 out. Pretty good pitch. Jams Kendrys, but strong enough to be able to fight that into left field for a double, giving him double number 20 on the year.
So Howie Kendrick will step up. Runners at second and third. The infield will play back for Jim Leyland. Fielder starts to come in, and now he's pushed back after checking with Leyland. Howie with a 5-game hitting streak, hitting .293 on the season with 7 home runs, 52 runs batted in. Hits this one to the right side. Santiago has it. As Pujols crosses the plate, Howie is the second out, but he picks up the RBI, and the Angels lead is 2-0.
Productive out by Howie. You got the infield, middle infield playing back. And it allows Howie to put the ball in play and score Pujols from third base. Kendrys able to go to third base. Those little things, making contact against a lot of batters. And Max Scherzer early in the count, get the job done.
So Eric Ibar steps up with Morales at third now. 2 outs, a 2-0 Angels lead here in the first. Now he gets credit for his 53rd run batted in. Ibar's got a 6-game hitting streak. The average of .279 with 7 home runs and 40 runs batted in. 25 doubles and 5 triples. Off speed. Caught the inside corner for strike 1. Eric finished the game on Wednesday going 1 for 4. A single with a run scored in the 9th inning. In the ball game, it unfortunately had that liner off the bat from Eric in the 4th inning hit Brandon McCarthy in the head. Tied him up, fouls it back. It's an 0-2 count. Eric, as many big leaguers around baseball, have reached out to McCarthy and left a voicemail for him, and wishing him the very best. And Brandon's still in the hospital, had surgery that night. And everybody in the Angels organization wishes and the Athletics the very best and a speedy recovery. 0-2 pitch. Missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's one thing about the baseball community. Everyone is in this together. Everyone sends his well wishes to Brandon. Hope everything goes well and back out there as soon as possible.
Morales standing at third. The 1-2 pitch. Eric hits one sharply to short. Peralta has it. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels strike for 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits after 1 complete. 2-0 Angels. Irvin Santana had a 1-2-3 first inning, including a couple of strikeouts. Will face fielder Young and Bosch here in the second inning. Good start for the Angels against a very tough pitcher in Max Scherzer. Prince fielder, a .314 average. 24 home runs, 94 runs batted in. Looks at a strike. Fielder second in the American League and on base percentage at .411. Just behind Joe Mauer, the Minnesota Twins, is at .412. One ball, one strike. Fielder certainly has been everything the Tigers could have wished for as far as providing protection for Miguel Cabrera, knowing that Victor Martinez was going to be out for a good chunk of the season, if not all of it, and it's turned out that it's going to be all of it. This one's ripped into right field. Torrey giving chase, and the Tigers get one of those runs back. It's 2-1 Angels as Fielder rips his 25th of the season. The leadoff home run by the Tigers here in the second.
And that's his third home run against Irvin. Now 5 for 8. Inner half of the plate. If you're going inner half of the plate, you have to go up in it against Fielder. That's a great job as far as getting his arms extended down and in. And for that type of swing, he's got a power swing. He hits for an average also. And then a .314 to go along with those home runs. Now 25 on the year, 95 RBI.
Delmon Young looks at a strike. Young serving as a DH tonight, hitting .277, 17 home runs, 62 runs batted in for him as he is late on that fastball. It's 0-2. Young had a pretty good series against the Angels the weekend in August. Seemed that everything that the Angels threw up there at that point was getting hit pretty well by Delmon. Breaking pitch in the air to right. This one near Torrey Hunter, backs up a couple of steps, makes the catch for the first out.
And that's the pitch Delmon Young did damage on in Detroit. A lot of sliders. He went the other way. Generally a guy known to hit the fastball. He went the other way very effectively in Detroit.
Yeah, the right field here at the Big A at night, a lot different than the right field at Comerica Park. For a right-handed batter. Guy like Prince, it's a moot point. He can hit him out of Yellowstone Park. Doesn't matter. Here's Brennan Bosch. He'll look at a strike. The right fielder, Southern California product, hitting .243. 12 home runs and 51 runs batted in.
It's a 33rd home run that Irvin has allowed this year. 20th versus a left-handed batter and 13 versus right-handed batters.
Bosch loops this one foul on the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 20 doubles for Bosch. A couple of triples on his ledger. Off speed pitch, got him swinging. There's out number 2. Third strikeout for Santana.
Boy, sharp, tight break to that slider for Irvin. Stayed on top to snap this breaking pitch. And gets his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Here's Johnny Peralta, the shortstop. 7th place hitter for Jim Leland. .255 average. 11 home runs and 57 runs batted in. The Tigers are 3rd in the American League in batting average as a team at .269. 9th in home runs, 6th in runs scored. Get it over 2-0 slider. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Oh, that's a nasty slider there, 2-1. Now to even the count. Like the pace for Urban right here, not wasting time, staying on that pitching rubber and snapping off a nice slider to Peralta.
2-2 on the way. This one in the air to right. Torrey is there. This should do it, and it does. The Tigers get one back on the field. Their home run is 25th of the year. Into the bottom of the second, 2-1 Angels. Tigers on the board with his 25th of the year. Down the right field line, leading off the second inning. His 95th run batted in as the Angels will send up the bottom third of their order. Trumbo, Asturis, and Iannetta here against Max Scherzer. Trumbo hitting .271 on the year. 30 home runs, 83 runs batted in. The first one is a fastball that catches the top part of the strike zone. It's 0-1 count on Mark.
This is one guy Mike Scioscia would love to get rolling once again, and Mark Trumbo. Just relax at the plate. Don't try to do too much. Strong batter. Just make good contact with the baseball.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lays off. 1 ball, 1 strike, and in that series in Detroit, Trumbo had a healthy dose of fastball for show and then breaking pitches galore. Off the plate. 1-1. 1-2.
That's that hard slider that he had a tough time with. He would call it a lights out slider he throws against him. He's got to be able to get in position to jump on a fastball when the mistake is made.
1-2 pitch. Takes a fastball right down the pipe, and there is the first out here. The first punch out for Scherzer. And the Angels want to honor our youngest fans on Sunday. The Halos will be taking on these Tigers at 12:35. All kids in attendance will have the chance to win great prizes like 300 bowling parties, San Diego Zoo and Disneyland passes, and much more. To purchase your tickets, just visit the Angel Stadium ticket office or log on at angels.com. Mysur Asturis getting to start at third base. Looks at a fastball away. Mysur hitting .257 on the season. A couple of home runs and 19 runs batted in. 1-1.
Well, the amazing thing for Scherzer, the amount of strikeouts he has on the season now, 205. A lot of pitches are at the knees, which generally you don't get a lot of strikeouts when you're a fastball pitcher at the knees and slider at that level, because most times it's going to be made contact with. But he developed, with that arm angle he throws at, some real good movement, late movement on his fastball, which makes it unhittable when he gets on a roll.
2-1 is flipped foul. 2-2.
look at our Mazda leaders as far as strikeouts in Major League Baseball. Justin Verlander at the top with 209. Max Scherzer with 205. And Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers with 201.
2-2 on the way. Steers takes outside a full count. Meister did get the start that Sunday against Scherzer. Comerican went 1 for 4. Verlander will get the start tomorrow night. Anibal Sanchez will get the start Sunday afternoon for Detroit. The Angels will have C.J. Wilson tomorrow. Zach Greinke on Sunday. 3-2 on the way. And that's a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. 2 outs.
Again, another fastball at the knees. Right down the heart of the plate, too, for Meister. That's a pitch where you kind of wish you would be able to get a fastball.
Looks like both Trumbo and Sturris looking for breaking pitches in those counts.
When he throws his slider, it's a difficult task to make contact. So you got to look fastball and try to get that one.
Iannetta fouls off the first pitch.
That's the approach you have to take. You get a fastball. Even though that was 96, he had a good swing at that one, Chris Iannetta did. And had a 4 for 8 against Scherzer, including a home run.
One ball, one strike. The Halos scored twice on 3 hits in the first inning off of Scherzer. Fielder put the Tigers on the board with a leadoff home run. At the top of the second. 2-1 Angels. It's a breaking ball first strike. 1-2. Leadoff man Mike Trout on deck. Jack swing. Did he go? He did, says Jeff Kellogg. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Scherzer. The Angels go down in order. 2 complete. 2-1 Angels. Irvin Santana will face 8-9-1 against the Tigers here in the third. Avila, Santiago, and then Jackson. 3 strikeouts, no walks, and 1 hit allowed for Irvin. Avila, the catcher, hitting .243, 7 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Swings first pitch, drives one out toward right center field, hit pretty well. Torrey giving chase, pulls up. We're tied at 2. Back-to-back innings, Irvin Santana has allowed a leadoff home run. This one to Alex Avila, his 8th of the year. It's a 2-2 tie.
Well, 8th home run, 39th RBI for Avila. jumps on a fastball. And Chris Iannetta went that fastball down and away. It ended up being on the inner half and up. And Avila hits it out to right center field. Still warm enough to get that carry here tonight.
So Fielder with a leadoff home run to the second. Avila, leadoff home run here to the third. Santiago, the second baseman, looks at a strike. Breaking pitch popped up. Meister Asturis into foul territory. One away.
It's 4 home runs that Urban has allowed against the Tigers this year. But his stuff is definitely excellent here early on. Just made a couple mistakes with this Tiger lineup. Mistakes get hit hard. And that's what happened to tie the game up. But Urban's got to stay within his game plan. Utilize that sinking fastball. His slider's been excellent here.
Back to the top of the order now with 1 out. Austin Jackson looks at a breaking pitch and misses in. Jackson with a fly ball out to right center field that was tracked down by Trout. It's 0 for 1. One ball, one strike. Another final out on the East Coast. Tampa Bay has walked off from the Texas Rangers. Ben Zobrist for the home run in the 11th inning. 3-1. The Rays defeating Texas. 2 balls to the strike. Mentioned earlier that Baltimore lost the Yankees. The White Sox and the Royals are tied at 5. That game's in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Oakland and Seattle just underway. Top of the 3rd, 1-1 at Safeco. Strike. 2-2.
Mike Scioscia may not be scoreboard watching. We're going to do that. There's no question. Every game's so important around the baseball. This is going to be a lot of fun all the way to the end. So many open spots as far as potential teams going into the postseason.
Full count. That's the scoreboard we're watching. Takes your mind off of back-to-back innings with leadoff home runs. 2-0 lead is dissipated into the night. 3-2. Jackson drives one out to right center field. That ball's hit well. Trout on the warning track leaps up, makes the catch. 2 outs.
Both these center fielders in this game can go back and get baseballs hit well. We've seen Mike Trout do it a number of times. Austin Jackson certainly could do it for the Tigers.
The Tigers certainly not getting cheated in their swings. Urban living on the edge. He's allowed 2 hits, both home runs, but a couple of loud outs.
An unusual thing for Urban, not one ground ball out yet. During this streak of throwing the ball well, he's got a lot of ground ball outs.
Oh, 1 pitch to Dirks is ripped out to center field, left center field, as it tails away from Trout. He tracks it down though, and the inning comes to an end. But leadoff home run by Alex Avila ties this game up at 2 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Fan Guide for a chance to win a VIP experience for two this year at an MLB World Series game. Presented by Scotts, the official lawn care company of MLB. New game, tied at 2 as we start the bottom of the third inning. The Angels will have the top of the order coming up in Trout, Hunter, and Pujols after Scherzer struck out the side in the second. Trumbo and Astures went down looking. Inetta unable to check his swing on a pretty nasty slider from Scherzer.
Well, if Scherzer fields his position, well, I think you got to make him field his position with a bunt here soon.
Well, especially with Cabrera at third and Fielder at first base. The Angels didn't do much of that weekend series at Comerica Park. As a matter of fact, in either series in which the Angels have played against Detroit, in Detroit. This is a defense for the Tigers that offensively could put up some big numbers. Defensively, not very mobile. That pitch is a strike in at the knees, 1-1.
They don't necessarily cover a lot of ground in the infield. They'll make their plays. They'll make the routine play.
Trout 1 for 1 with a double. 1-1 pitch on the corner, 1-2. The double for Mike, his 23rd of the year. He scored the Angels' first run, 109th run of the season. Torrey brought him home with an RBI single. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him with a fastball. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Scherzer, 1 out.
There's a reason why coming into this game he has 204 strikeouts, now 208 on the season. And with most power pitchers, you want to get them out of their comfort zone. Make them feel their position, make them move around on the mound if you can.
Torrey looks at a strike. The RBI that Hunter picked up in the first inning is 71st of the year. Now the 0-1. This one's fouled back. Oh, 2 count. Albert Pujols on deck. 1 out here in the third. Check swing. Did he go? No, says Kellogg at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seven-game homestand for the Angels. Both is the rest of the month, the majority of which will be spent here at the Big A. A 7-game homestand and 3 out on the road against Kansas City, and then it's back home for a while. 1-2, a swing and a miss. So make that 5 straight strikeouts for Scherzer, 2 outs.
Took something off this slider. Scherzer has that ability to throw 86 to 90 miles an hour on his breaking pitch. He's got a very good changeup also.
Mitch's last 5 starts, picking up a win in each of those. A 1.03 ERA in those 5 starts as Albert swings through the first one. It's 0-1 with 44 strikeouts. Albert reached on a fielder's choice and scored in this first inning. 0 for 1. The count is evened up now.
9 straight games for Scherzer with at least 8 strikeouts in a game.
One. Breaking pitch popped up. Johnny Peralta, the shortstop, is there. Second straight inning in which the Angels have gone down in order. Make that 8 in a row. Retired by Scherzer. 3 in the books. We're tied at 2. 25 or more can enjoy Angels baseball all season long for as low as $8 per seat. To book a group outing today, call 888-796-HALO. Log on at angels.com/groups. 3, 4, and 5 for Irvin Santana. The breaking pitch is in for a strike. Cabrera, Fielder, and Young. Irvin has allowed 2 hits, 2 leadoff home runs. Off-speed pitch. Didn't miss by much. Evens a count of 1-1. Cabrera, the third baseman, 0 for 1. He struck out on an off-speed pitch in the first inning. Two and 1. That backup breaking pitch, and Cabrera the second consecutive at bat, in which he's kind of had that look about him on that pitch.
It's a very dangerous pitch to throw, especially with a guy with that type of power. He's got power the other way.
And more than likely, in his mind, that's not a strike for him. This one's fouled off to the right. Saw him kind of step out and ask Eric Cooper. And this guy, a perennial all-star, a terrific hitter.
You know, we often talk about Pujols' numbers, and there's certainly reason to do so, but Cabrera is not that far behind as far as consistent career.
Upstairs. A full count with Fielder on deck. Fielder touched Irvin for a home run, a leadoff home run. His 25th of the year in the second. Avila got him for his 8th, leading off the third. Racing a 2-0 Angels lead. Payoff pitch. This one's fouled back.
It's a third full count for Irvin in the game so far here at the top of the fourth.
53 pitches thrown by Irvin and 37 strikes. I wonder if Cabrera may tweak that ankle after this swing.
That's on that turn. He tried to get through his swing.
Another 3-2, and this one's fouled off. Cabrera hurt his ankle in late August. Matter of fact, DH'd in that series against the Angels.
Well, it was interesting to see Cabrera's reaction on that. It was a nasty slider, and that was a perfect pitch for Irvin. And Cabrera fouls that one off. He's like, that's a good pitch.
Yep. Coming inside. This one's fouled off again. For the club section just to our right. That's foul ball haven today.
And there's been quite a few that way.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Cabrera, and there's the first out here in the fourth.
Now it's time for a Coors Light cold hard blast. Leading off the second, Prince Fielder. With a fastball inner half, and turns on it once again. 25th home run, third in his career against Irvin Santana. Prince Fielder continues to put up numbers overall against the Angels. The Coors Light Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Breaking pitch misses down and in. Now, there's no sneaking a fastball.
No.
Down and in on Fielder.
Changeups away. Sinkers away, force him to hit the ball the other way. He does have good power the other way. There's no question. But I'm still making him hit that way.
2 balls and no strikes, even though the Angels play him to pull. Howie Kendrick's out of shallow right field. Ibar toward the middle, and it stirs off the line at third base.
There's some hitters you just don't mess around on the inner half against.
That would be pretty good numbers in his career against Irvin Santana. That's almost Jesus Montero, Jared Weaver type of ownership. 5 for 8 with 3 home runs.
There's certain guys, no matter what, no matter what stuff you have on the mound or what you could swing on at the batter's box, you're just going to see the ball well against certain pitchers. And Prince, although he sees it well against a number of pitchers, against Irvin he does. Big thing for Irvin is change speeds against him.
3-1 pitch. That's in there. Breaking ball. Full count.
Well, a nice little slider out of half of the plate. Now you have him set up for a changeup away. Most hitters will not look changeup 3-2.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Fielder. They get him with a breaking ball. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Irvin.
Just enough change of speed to get Prince out in front and missing it. Outer half had more backup break to it. Former Angel pitcher Kevin Apier had one of those sliders. If he got around it enough, it almost goes away like a screwball. That's the type of action Irvin had on that pitch to Prince Fielder to get a swing and miss.
2 outs, nobody off for Delman Young. Slider for a strike. Young hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning. So he is 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Every once in a while you'll see a hitter just kind of look back, trying to glance where the catcher may be setting up just to give a better idea what pitch he may throw to him.
Swing and a miss. Santana strikes out the side as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Still tied at 2. Loco, crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer. Bottom of the 4th inning, we are tied at 2. Pretty good pitching matchup so far. The Angels, Irvin Santana with 5 strikeouts. Max Scherzer with 5 strikeouts. Both have allowed 2 runs. Kendrys Morales leads things off. First one's off the plate for ball 1. Kendrys looped a double down the left field line and was stranded at third base. So he's 1 for 1. The double, his 20th of the year.
Well, Scherzer forces you to hit the ball the other way. A lot of pitches away. He utilizes his slider on the inner half of the plate to keep you honest, but his fastball is away a majority of the time.
1-1, fouled back. Now, on that pitch there, it almost looked as if Kendrys maybe anticipating something off speed. It looked like he was out in front of a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, just trying to punch it the opposite way.
Time differential, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 83-mile-an-hour changeup for him.
Breaking pitch pulled into the overshift. Santiago's out at shallow right. One out. That's 9 in a row retired by Scherzer. Howie Kendrick coming up. We'll check out our AT&T trivia question. 15 years ago today, the Angels beat Detroit 5-4 at 15 innings. The teams 3 times. What is a major league record for combined strikeouts in a game? Obviously, not 33. Slightly north of that.
Yes. It's got to be a game no one was involved in, wouldn't it?
Howie 0 for 1. He grounded out. Picked up an RBI in the first inning. 53rd of the year.
This was a good view for what Howie has to do against Scherzer.
Breaks his bat and grounds with a second. 2 outs.
Well, he does a good job of hiding the baseball. Throws it 3/4 delivery with movement, but it's away, so you can have your approach of looking on the outer half of the plate. Granted, though, it's difficult if you're a hitter in there, you're looking away, and he does buzz you inside, but he hasn't shown that he can do that or hasn't done it yet.
Last base runner the Angels had was the double by Morales in the first inning. Eric Ibar grounded out to short to end that first inning. So he's 0 for 1. Cabrera playing in over at third base. Down it in. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. 2 runs, 2 hits. Nobody left on for Detroit. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 left on for the Angels.
A similar role like he had in Detroit, in which he retired 13 in a row.
Two-0 count.
We said when this game started, 2 pitches very good, and they're on their game right now. You're going to have to try to create and manufacture runs against Scherzer. The Angels did that in the first inning, scoring 2. Irvin's been outstanding himself.
So fastball in the outside corner, 2-1 now. Took something off and caught the inside corner to even the count.
He's on a couple pretty good change-ups. Pretty firm change-up at 87.
Now the 2-2. Ibar lines one past Cabrera down the line. Dirks was playing shallow, plays the carry, but it's a double with 2 outs here in the fourth. The 26th of the year for Eric Ibar.
Dirks did a nice job of fielding that ball off the wall because that gets around the corner. Ibar is going to walk in for an inside the park home run. That's what you want to do as a left fielder. You're not going to throw him out at second. Your job is to prevent that ball from getting by you. If it does with Ibar's speed, it could be trouble. Fastball away, punch past Cabrera down the line for Ibar's 26th double. But Dirks, nice job of getting to that wall, looking for the carom, not panicking, just getting the ball into the cutoff man.
Cabrera dove for that ball. Looks like he's rubbing that right knee a little bit. The ankle already bothering him after that one swing. First one to Trumbo. Off the end of the bat, rolled foul. 0-1 count. Mark struck out looking, leading off the second. 0 for 1.
And most times, that strikeout pitcher, when he has a power hitter up, first pitch is going to be a breaking ball. And he threw one to Trumbo there.
Oh, 1 pitch. Way outside. Two-out double by Eric Ibar. He stands at scoring position. The Angels got 2 in the first. Tigers with solo runs in the second and third to tie it up. One pitch. That's hit in the air to shallow center. Jackson broke back, now comes in. The inning comes to an end. The Angels get a 2-out double, leave them stranded. We've played 4 and we're still tied at 2. Memphis Barbecue Burger with pulled pork on a cheeseburger. New at Carl's Jr. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T Rethink Possible. And by Dodge. Top of the 5th inning, we are tied at 2. Irvin Santana back to work. He'll face Bosch, Peralta, and Avila on a beautiful night for baseball here at the Big A. Tigers came into this one 1 game back in the Central, 3 back in the wild card. The Angels 8 back in the West, and 2.5 back in the wild card. Breaking pitch is in for a strike, and both teams getting some help tonight already. Baltimore has lost. Tampa Bay did win against Texas. The White Sox have now lost the Kansas City Royals 7-5. Bosch shoots one through the hole on the left side, a leadoff single. He had struck out in the second inning, so a 1-for-2 night for Bosch. Leadoff man reaches for the 3rd time. Go back to that AT&T trivia question. Angels and Tigers combining for 33 strikeouts in a 15-inning game. What's the MLB record for combined strikeouts in one ball game? 43. Vida Blue had 17. Rudy May had 13 in that 20-inning affair.
Remember that, starters going 11 and 12 innings in their starts. Old school. Well, Vida Blue had a great fastball, but his curveball even sounded loud going through the strike zone.
Bosch takes off. The hit and run is on. Trout giving chase to his left. Makes the catch. Bosch rounded second. He has to head back to first, and he is safe at first base. Bosch did re-tag the bag at second. Nice play by Trout on that hit.
Covering some ground. Mike Trout did a tremendous job of cutting off that baseball and catching it and getting in quickly, almost getting a double play. He had to go a long way. He's shading Peralta the other way and almost gets him at first.
That's pretty close.
And he did tag the base once again, and with his foot was sliding in, did he get there before the baseball got in the glove? It was close. Looked like he just got his foot in. But what a play by Trout. That's unbelievable, the coverage in center field. Both these center fielders can get to a baseball.
Here's Alex Avila. Looks at a fastball away. Another fly ball out, though, for Irvin Santana.
Still no ground ball outs yet for Irvin.
Avila homered leading off the 3rd inning, his 8th of the year, 39th run batted in. His home run tied things up at 2. Two balls and no strikes. Three 0. Irvin with 6 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits allowed. Scherzer with 5 strikeouts, no walks, and 4 hits allowed. Ramon Santiago, the second baseman, is on deck now. And that out to talk things over.
Jim Leyland has trust in all his batters for the most part. He's going to allow him to have a green light here. More than likely, though, Avila, unless he gets a fastball in the inner half, will let this one go.
3-1. Bosch was leaning there.
Got 5 stolen bases in 8 attempts. Definitely had that look as he was going.
Doesn't go, and he walked him. First base on ball in the ball game. Puts 2 on with 1 out, and Santiago coming up. Santiago's 0 for 1. He popped out to Asturis. Like Butcher now to pay a visit. 73 pitches thrown by Irvin. 50 strikes.
Irvin still hasn't got a ground ball, but this would be a perfect time to get one. And an infielder. Santiago's hitting the 7 double plays.
So Bosch, the base runner at second, and Avila over at first base. Trumbo moving in a little bit in left field. Torrey starts to creep in a little bit in right as this one fouled back. Nice catch by a fan reaching over the railing. One-handed grab. Oh, 1 count.
That's a good play.
Steer is just about even with the bag at third base. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch popped up. Ibar drifting out. Trumbo is next to him. Catch is made. 2 outs. This MLB on Fox season, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Club of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports.
And that's one of those plays, too, with Trumbo coming in. You let your infielder catch that ball because the infield fly rolls in effect. Even if it pops out of the glove, it will still be an out.
So 2 on 2 outs now for Austin Jackson, the center fielder, who twice has hit a fly ball to Mike Trout. One of the third, and he gave it a ride out to the alley in right center field as he swings and lofts this one down the right field line. Torrey chasing it toward the foul line, makes the catch in the inning. Comes to an end. The Tigers leave 2 on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 2. Copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Terrific pitching matchup we have tonight. Scherzer and Santana. 2-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Izturis, Iannetta, and then Trout against the right-hander from Missouri, as they say it in the Show Me State.
Well done.
The suburb of St. Louis is where Scherzer grew up. Meiser 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the second inning. This one lined to short, one away. Iannetta, strikeout victim in the second. 0 for 1.
In his last 17 games, 383 batting average for Iannetta.
Oh, 1 pitch. This one's out toward right. Brennan Bosch is there. 2 outs. Fans take advantage of great savings when the Angels take on the A's Monday through Thursday. Use the password ACES when purchasing tickets at Angels.com or at Angels Stadium Ticket Office and receive 50% off select seating locations. Trout tries to bump a bunch of right back to Scherzer. The Angels go down in order. 5 in the book, still tied at 2.
It's time for the Coors Light freeze can with Mike Trout playing Johnny Walter. So Pole had to go all the way to right center field to make an outstanding catch. Then almost doubled up. And then Bosch at first base. He slides in, just gets his foot in before the ball goes in the glove of Kendis Morales. But a great play by Mike Trout. Coors Light freeze can brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Still tied at 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. Dirks, Cabrera, and Fielder 2, 3, and 4. For the Tigers against Irvin Santana. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed, unfortunately 2 of which went over the fence. 2 solo home runs. Fielder in the second, Avila in the third. Andy Dirks 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly ball to center. The first one's outside.
A huge inning for Irvin and the Angels here. With 2, 3, and 4 in this Tiger lineup.
Dirks lines one to left. Trumbo in a couple of steps, 1 out. Well, Scherzer had himself a 5-pitch fifth inning. It'd be great for Irvin to kind of return the favor. A little bit more difficult in that Scherzer faced 8, 9, and 1, and now with one out, he's got to face Cabrera and Fielder.
Yeah, it's not an easy task. Right-handed power, left-handed power.
Cabrera 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He's seen 18 pitches in his first 2 at-bats. He's been punched out twice. Iannetta setting up outside. First one's a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Boy, 10 fly ball outs for Urban, 6 strikeouts.
Falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes.
We're going to have the green light here. We want to groove a fastball.
.3-0 on the way. Cabrera takes a strike, 3-1.
We have to throw in a fastball in the corner there. Not a bad idea for Urban to throw a nice slider here too. Same plane.
Back up breaking pitch caught the inside corner according to Eric Cooper. And a full count.
It's that action we've talked about with his slider. Almost works as a screwball. Going away.
Irvin may have gotten the benefit of the doubt there from Cooper. A full count. The third straight plate appearance in which Miguel has looked back to Cooper.
Another full count to him again.
3-2 is fouled off to the right, a fastball.
Another foul ball up in that area again.
Yeah. Fielder on deck. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cabrera. 3 strikeouts for Cabrera against Irvin Santana. 2 down.
All have been sliders. All sliders that Irvin has taken some speed off the pitch. It's good slider grip. On top, late break, perfect location. Reason why that was effective because the pitch before fastball that Cabrera was tardy on.
There's Fielder with 2 outs, nobody on. Rips this one over the head of Howie Kendrick into right field. Torrey, the plate off the wall. Fielder's going to try to go to second base. Here comes a throw from Hunter, and it's not in time. A double by Prince Fielder, his 29th of the year. Comes with 2 outs.
This ball is crushed once again. Same location almost as the home run. A fastball that Iannetta went away but stayed on the inner half. Fielder diving headfirst in. Another good throw. 10 outfield assists this year for Torrey. Just to the shortstop side of the base. Allowed Fielder to get in. And first slide.
So man in scoring position with 2 outs. Dalman Young coming to the plate, and there's action in the Angels' pen. Irvin's at 86 pitches so far. Take a look at our GoPro bullpen cam. Looks like Garrett Richards and Nick Miranda up and loosening now.
2 really good power arms. Young power arms for Mike Scioscia's bullpen.
Just went through the game logs for Miguel Cabrera this year. First time that he has struck out 3 times in a game.
All full counts, a number of foul balls, and then swing and miss on sliders.
7 punch outs for Santana. He's got to deal with Dalman Young with 2 outs. Fielder standing at scoring position in a 2-2 game here in the 6th. The hit by Fielder, the fourth for the Tigers. Both teams now with 4 hits tonight. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Young 0 for 2, a fly ball to right and a strikeout.
Chris Arnetta doing a good job of not setting up till late, just in case the hitter is able to look back and check for location. Chris staying there till the very end and then setting up the target as Irvin gets into stretch position.
1 ball, 1 strike. Missed away. Two and 1. Breaking pitch that backed up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Getting underneath that slider and it backs up. Reaction by Delman Young, but he had a pitch he could drive and missed it.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Young. The inning comes to an end. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Still tied at 2. Now by Irvin Santana. Mike Butcher talking to the guys in the bullpen. Irvin looks like he'll be coming back out. The Tigers in the 7th will have Bosch, Peralta, and Avila. We'll see what the Angels could do against Max Scherzer here in the bottom of the 6th. As Torrey takes outside. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Hunter, Pujols, Morales against Scherzer.
Just like Irvin had to deal with 2, 3, and 4, so does Scherzer against the Angels here.
2 balls and no strikes. Torrey had an RBI single in the 1st inning and then struck out in the 3rd. 1 for 2 tonight. RBI, his 71st of the year. In the air to right. Bosch moving to his left. 1 out. Brings up Albert Pujols. We'll check out our upcoming schedule. 2 more against the Tigers. And that's it for the season series. Tomorrow night at 6:05 start. Tomorrow or Sunday afternoon 12:35. Then Oakland's in for 4. That's 3 night games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. An afternoon game on Thursday. And then it's off to Kansas City for a 3-game set. Justin Verlander, C.J. Wilson tomorrow night. Anibal Sanchez and Zach Greinke Sunday. As Albert fouls off the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Some great pitching matchups this entire series. Sanchez has thrown a no-hitter in his career. Remember the Florida Marlins at that point.
Oh-2 count on Pujols. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first inning. He popped out on a breaking pitch. He thought just by his reaction that he should have driven, but it's popped up to Peralta short. That ended the third inning.
We'll go a changeup here.
That one rocketed into the seats just behind the Halos dugout. The one's all right, it appears.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence in your changeup to throw an 0-2 changeup. Because as a hitter, as a hitter, you're in protect mode. You have a better chance of protecting against a changeup as compared to a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Lays off the breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scherzer's just thrown his 70th pitch of the evening. 49 of it strikes. 5 strikeouts, and they came in succession. 5 consecutive punch-outs. Struck out the side of the second. They got Trout and Hunter to start the third. Here's the 1-2. Boy, he tied him up with that fastball up and in at 99, according to the radar gun here. 2 outs.
Just like Verlander, he seems to be able to pick up velocity as the game progresses. His best fastball on the night. His fastball started middle of the plate and runs in off the corner at 99 after dealing with a couple changeups.
So 2 outs, nobody on for Kendrys Morales. 1 for 2 tonight. 0-1.
Got a real good release point when he tries to hit the outside corner. Doesn't try to do too much. Doesn't overthrow. Doesn't fall towards the first base side of the pitching mound.
To lefties, absolutely. At times with right-handers, you see him kind of pull off to the first base side, and he misses wide with the fastball.
And he's real good to that glove side.
Took something off. 2-1.
It's what we envisioned coming into this game. A great duel between 2 excellent pitchers who have strikeout capabilities.
Kendrys had mind made up. He was swinging away at 2-1. Count is even now.
And you'll get that on occasion when you got to deal with a guy that throws 97 to 99. You're trying to get that bat head out quicker. You've committed to a swing and it ends up being a slider off the plate and down.
2-2 on the way. Fouled back. Got a fastball there. Morales pops this one foul on the third base side.
Scherzer with no complete games this year. Going to 8 innings a couple times this year. Usually settles in around that 7-inning mark.
Another 2-2. Breaking pitch hit in the air down the line. It is hooking and it is foul. Out in front of it.
Kendrys may see a hard slider down and in now. He timed the fastball at 99, fouled that straight back. This changeup just pulled foul.
Avila going outside. 2-2, and that's hit well out to straightaway center field. Jackson going back at the wall. Leaps up, it's off the wall. Morales on his way to second. Keeps on going. The throw is cut off. The relay to third. Not in time. Scherzer backs up on the play, and it's a triple for Kendrys Morales. His first of the season.
Oh, he turned it on going around the base. We saw that Jackson was recovering real well. Going off the wall, he tried to leap up in time and make an outstanding play. But off the wall, and recovers quickly to be able to get back on the base. This baseball is crushed by Morales. And originally thought he might have got a home run, but then turned it on and gets his first triple of the year. Nice job by Scherzer to back up off his leg, but he kept it from getting into that dugout. Otherwise, it's in there and the run scored.
Fourth career triple for Kendrys Morales. 2 extra base hits tonight, a double in the first inning and now a triple. So man in scoring position in the 2-2 tie here in the 6th inning. Howie Kendrick coming up. Jeff Jones, the pitching coach, a quick visit to Scherzer.
Part of it is too just to be able to get him the recovery, but not he's in backup mode. Tries it, he fields it off the knee area, but keeps it in front of him. This is a time if you're Howie, you're jumping on that first pitch, may make a mistake because he's not quite back into position to get his mechanics right.
Scherzer's gotten him twice to ground out to second base on pitches away from him. Working from the stretch. First one down and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
Just like we thought he might pull off on that first pitch, overthrew a fastball. There's 2 wild pitches for Scherzer this year. Even though he has that power slider.
Tigers shade the outfield the opposite way against Howie. 1-0, sliced foul.
Scherzer did him a favor going fastball in, so he go inside out.
One ball, 1 strike. There's a look at the outfielders. Bosch shallow and toward the foul line. Jackson out to the alley in right center field. Morales standing at third base. A 2-out triple for him off the center field wall. The 1-1. Got jammed. 1-2.
Ran that one up and in at 98. Now Kendrys has to keep an eye on the possibility of Scherzer overthrowing a slider here. Potentially bouncing it. Won't be easy to be able to score if it does get away from Avila.
1-2. Inside. Off speed pitch in.
Change up again inside.
Purposely inside too. But if you're going to do that,
if it's off the plate and in, it's perfect.
Exactly.
Because as a hitter, if you make any contact at all, you're going to pull a foul. Most times you're going to swing over top of it.
Count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Tied at 2 here in the 6th.
Shook off to a slider here.
This one's rolled foul. .84 pitches thrown by Scherzer now. He's a guy that definitely and easily get it north of the century mark, especially with all of the strikeouts that he's had this year. 6 tonight. Go ahead run standing at third base. Swing and a miss. Avila will tag him out. The inning comes to an end. 2-out triples. Granted at third. Played 6. Still tied at 2.
inverse replay. Urban Santana has been nasty tonight. He's had a very good fastball working, nasty slider going. Number of times getting swings and misses on that breaking pitch. He's able to get Cabrera 3 times. Delman Young, Peralta, a couple times. 8 punch-outs through 6 innings for Urban Santana as he takes the mound here in the top of the 7th.
91 pitches thrown by Santana. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed. Gave up a 2-out double to Fielder in the 6th inning and left him stranded there. It'll be Bosch, Peralta, and Avila in the 7th inning for Detroit. Bosch 1 for 2, a strikeout in the 2nd, and a base hit leading off the 5th. First one's in for a strike. The 8 strikeouts for Santana tonight, the most that he has had in a ballgame since the 10 he had against the Dodgers right here at the Big A on June 23rd. Issued no walks in that one. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes.
He's had an electric slider tonight, though. It was a real good 0-1 slider, 81 miles an hour. Good target set by Chris Iannetta. He wanted to bounce that slider, and he did. Wants it down in the dirt again.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Bosch. 1 out here in the 7th.
Well, a lot of times you give the credit to the pitcher, and justifiably so. Urban's slider's been great, but it's also been the job that Chris Iannetta has done behind the plate. Given that target in the dirt, head of the count, put that mitt on the ground. That's where you want the slider, and he gets a swing and miss.
Eight of the 9 strikeouts have been swinging. The only caught looking was Dirksen the first as Peralta looks at a fastball for a strike. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of fly ball outs, 1 to right and 1 to center. One ball, 1 strike. Action continues in the Angels bullpen just in case. 1-1 pitch. Lays off. 2-1. Now it's Scott Downs and Garrett Richards. Urban has been at or just above the century mark in pitches thrown over his last 4 starts. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Great pitch. 2-1 fastball count. Peralta guessing fastball, swings at a slider.
Iannetta set up outside, and he overthrows that one at a full count. Alex Avila, the catcher, is on deck. He has reached twice. Leadoff home run in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Down goes Peralta. 10th strikeout of the night for Santana. And with Avila coming up, it looks like Mike Scioscia is going to go to the bullpen.
One of those backup sliders once again. It looks inviting if you're a hitter. You think you're timing it well. And that sharp break. It's another swing and miss. What an outstanding job by Urban.
6 2/3 for Urban Santana tonight. 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits, and 2 runs allowed. Parks with a well-deserved round of applause. We're tied at 2. New wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. Still in the seventh inning, tied at 2. 2 outs, nobody on. Scott Downs has come on in relief of Irvin Santana. He'll be facing Alex Avila, in and out, who is in, who is out.
And Scott Downs feeling much better of late, commanding his fastball once again, 87 to 89 range, 2.93 ERA, 27 punch outs, and 40 innings pitched for Scott Downs.
Irvin Santana did not record one ground ball out tonight. Downs misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, he got locked in a pitcher's duel with King Felix in Seattle. Dealt. Locked in a pitcher's duel tonight with Max Scherzer. Dealt once again.
Avila 1 for 1 with a home run as rolls this one foul. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Speaking of King Felix, gave it up tonight against Oakland. A's leading that game. It's safe go 6-1. Hernandez gave up 6 runs, 5 earned on 11 hits in 4 2/3. And again, as far as the Cy Young race,
who's the leader again?
Just when you think someone's taking the lead, he goes out there and has a bad start. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball down and away. 2 balls and a strike.
And David Price looks like he's going to miss a start for Tampa tomorrow.
Here it's tied at 2 in the 7th inning. Irvin Santana with his 10th 10 or more strikeout game of his career. 3rd time this year that he has hit the 10 strikeout plateau. 2-1 pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Downs trying to finish off the 7th inning. The Angels in the bottom of the 7th will have Ibar, Trumbo, and Esteras.
Avila has hit 171 against left-handed pitching. When you're ahead of the count 3-0, 3-1, become a much better hitter against a left-handed pitcher. Now you can gear for a fastball.
3-1 pitch. Rolls a foul. Full count. This one off the screen. Here comes the payoff. This would bounce foul again. Richards and Morande. Ramon Santiago on deck. 2 outs here in the 7th. Another 3-2. And he walked him. So a 2-out walk puts the go-ahead run on base for Ramon Santiago. Now he's going to get called back. It's like Ryan Rayburn will be called upon as a pinch hitter. So Rayburn gets announced, and now Socia back out of the dugout, and that's going to be it for Scott Downs. Socia's going to go to Garrett Richards with 2 outs and a man on. We are still tied at 2.
Series. Another great pitching matchup. Justin Verlander, the reigning Cy Young and MVP of the American League, 13-7, going against C.J. Wilson, who's won his last 2 starts, 11-9, with an ERA of 3.85. Great matchup tonight. Another one tomorrow night on the Hill.
Garrett Richards comes on. He'll be facing the pinch hitter Ryan Rayburn. Garrett got into the ball game on Wednesday. Went just 1/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, and issued a walk. That's the one thing with Garrett, at times, as dominant as he can be, and he was in the Friday night game at Comerica Park. He can also kind of make some mistakes, let the mechanics get the better part of him, and all of a sudden become erratic within the strike zone. Mike Scioscia just asking for 1 out here.
Exactly. That's when you just take a deep breath. If you're Garrett Richards right now, don't overthrow, trust movement. You have a great moving fastball, 94, 97 range. You have a sharp slider, very good curveball, changeup, and you're going to utilize in this role 2 of your best pitches.
Rayburn hitting 172 in 63 games this year. 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter. First one, little nubber on the first base side. Richards has it with a longer hand flip, and just like that, 1 pitch, and the 3rd out is recorded. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A, still tied at 2.
Still tied at 2. As Eric Ibar leads off. Max Scherzer still on the hill for the Tigers. Look at a Hyundai key of the game. The wind, especially with Eric Ibar's speed right now, to try to manufacture a run against this Tiger team, and Max Scherzer, who's been dominant himself tonight, as was Irvin Santana in his 6 2/3 innings pitched.
Ibar, Trombone, is Sturis. Omar Infante takes over at second base as Ryan Rayburn pinch hit for Santiago. Eric Ibar tonight, 1 for 2. He doubled in the 4th inning. Trying to bunt its way on, bunts it right back to Scherzer. 1 out.
With the right idea, but twice now, bunted straight back to Scherzer. Once by Mike Trout. This time by Eric Ibar, trying to utilize that speed, put the pressure on the defense. Right to him. Nice to see Mark Trumbo just square up a fastball here.
Trumbo's 0 for 2. He struck out looking at the second, hit a fly ball to center to end the 4th. Slider away. Scherzer with 7 strikeouts. No walks, 5 hits allowed. 87 pitches thrown by the right-hander. 1-1. One ball, one strike with one out here in the seventh. Trumbo fouls it off the right, 1-2. Kevin Jepson warming up for the Angels. Tigers in the eighth inning will have the top of their order coming up in Jackson, Dirks, and Cabrera. Couple of shakeoffs. The 1-2. Got him with a fastball, 2 down. Hey, subscribe to MLB.tv today. You can take advantage of the new low pricing and see every remaining Angels out-of-market games live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
Sometimes you see a pitcher do that shakeoff just for effect. He was going to go with the fastball all the way through.
10th consecutive game for Max Scherzer with 8 or more strikeouts as Asturis looks at a strike. Meiser Asturis 0 for 2. He struck out looking at a second and lined out to Peralta the fifth. Angels tonight 1 for 5 with men in scoring position. Tigers 0 for 3. Andres Morales had a 2-out triple in the 6th inning, but Scherzer got Kendrick on the strikeout at the end of the frame. Good location on that fastball, 1-2.
He backed up a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in the corner. The pitch before was a pretty good changeup away. Still got good velocity on his pitches. He's at 93 right now.
1-2, hit towards short, one hopper. Peralta has it. So has himself a 1-2-3 seventh. We'll head to the eighth, still tied at 2.
Summary. It's been a solid game throughout. Corey Hunter in the first innings drives in Mike Trout, who doubled to start the game. Torrey came around to score. Prince Fielder, home run. Alex Avila, home run in the right field. Urban Santana, though, was outstanding tonight. 10 punch-outs in 6 2/3, but Max Scherzer's been every bit as good himself. 8 punch-outs through 7. As we're tied up here 2 apiece here at the top of the 8th with Kevin Jepson taking over now for the Angels.
Kevin Jepson pitching in his 37th game. 3-2 record, a 3.16 ERA. He went 2/3 of an inning in Wednesday's game and struck out 2. Everything else zeros, and he'll be facing the top of the order for the Tigers in Jackson, Dirks, and Cabrera. Kevin, the third reliever, Scott Downs, faced one batter and he walked Avila. And then Garrett Richards came on and got to Ryan Rayburn, the pinch hitter, on one pitch on a ground out to finish off the 7th. Jackson, the center fielder, 0 for 3 tonight. 2 fly balls out to center, 1 to right. First fastball is upstairs. There's no action in the Tigers bullpen, so Scherzer coming back out for the 8th inning. The Angels in the bottom of the inning will have 9, 1 and 2 coming up, and Iannetta, Trout, and Hunter. One 0. 1-1. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors. Tigers have stranded 4. The Angels 2 runs, 5 hits. And they've left 3 on base. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. Off the plate, 3-1. This is a guy that you definitely do not want on the bases for the Tigers. Kevin's 3-1. And this was looped out to shallow right. And Austin Jackson just helped out Kevin Jepson. There's the first out of the 8th.
Well, no question about it. Chased the fastball off the plate. Now 0 for 17 in his last 4 games against Angel pitching. Well, he didn't commit to the swing either and hit a lazy fly ball to Torrey Hunter. A big out for Kevin Jepson and the Angels.
Here's Andy Dirks, the left fielder. A strikeout, a couple of fly ball outs. 0 for 3. As Dirks playing in over at third base. 0-1. Boy, good pitch in on the hands. 2 down. There's a cut fastball. Morales taking it himself, and that'll bring up Cabrera.
Yeah, hitter sees that, reads fastball, commits to the swing, but then it cuts in on the hands.
So 2 outs, bases clear. Miguel Cabrera, the third baseman, coming up. 0 for 3 tonight with 3 strikeouts, and I went through. And this is raw just because I did it as quickly as possible during commercial break, so bear with me. First time Cabrera struck out 3 times in a game as he lines one out to left center field. Trumbo can't make the play, goes off his glove. Cabrera was kind of watching it thinking the play was going to be made. It'll go as an out, or pardon me, as a base hit. For the first time Cabrera struck out 3 times in a game since he struck out 4 times on September 17th, 2010.
When he jumped on a fastball this time, he wasn't going to allow himself to get behind in the count. And a sinking liner off the glove of Trumbo is trying to slide in, be able to pick that baseball up. That's one of those ones that get caught up in the bank of lights at times here at the Big A.
So it keeps the inning alive as Cabrera's on board with a 2-out single. And Fielder will come up. Fielder 2 for 3, a home run. Solo shot leading off the second. Had a double with 2 outs in the 6th. The first was a fastball painting the outside corner for a strike.
Cabrera does get credit for a base hit. 5th hit for Detroit. Both teams now with 5 hits in the column. Outfield very deep against Fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not the you want to miss down and in.
No, if you're going to miss, you want to miss away and down. Utilize the bigger part of the yard.
Late on that fastball. 1-2.
Mike Trout playing extremely deep. Shading Prince Fielder slightly to left center field. Torrey Hunter playing just in front of the warning track in right field.
Cabrera with a very short lead over at first base, not going anywhere. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Fielder. Kevin Jepsen picks up a big strikeout as we head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 2. Job after 1 inning. Looked like he wanted to go back out there, but he got a big strike out of Fielder.
Boy, what a great slider. Nasty at 86. Talk about a sharp break to a pitch. First one he had thrown that inning, and it was his best one. You get a good low ball hitter out in Prince Fielder.
Beach balls come onto the field out in right center field, so they're taking care of that. Max Scherzer has been just as good as advertised. 5-game winning streak for him. The ERA just over 1 at 1.03. He allowed 2 first-inning runs on 3 hits. RBI single by Torrey Hunter. RBI ground out by Howie Kendrick, and he's been pretty much locked down ever since. A 2-out double to Ibar in the 4th. He was stranded at second. A 2-out triple to Morales in the 6th. He was stranded there. 9-1-2 for the Angels here in the 8th. Chris Iannetta swinging first pitch. Got the fastball, and it's 0-1.
Still painting that outside corner. That one at 95.
95th pitch of the night for Scherzer. He struck out Iannetta in the 2nd. Got him to fly to right in the 5th. 0 for 2 night for Chris. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. There's that slider. 1-2.
Boy, such a sharp pitch for him. That went at 88 miles an hour. Not a lot of break. A true slider. True slider doesn't have much break to it. A lot of times you'll see some that are almost a combination of curve and slider. Bigger break. That's a sharp, short break.
1-2, and he got him with a fastball. 1 down.
And both these teams want this game. You can tell by the reaction to the players and the pitchers. Scherzer challenges Iannetta with a high fastball, gets the swing and miss, shows some emotion after he gets that strikeout.
Octavio Dotel begins to warm up the Tigers bullpen. As Mike Trout steps in, 1 out, nobody on. First one is swing and a miss, got a fastball. 0-1. Trout had a double lead off the bottom of the first inning, at 23rd of the year, and eventually came around to score his 109th run of the season.
Early in the year, he hit a home run in Comerica Park against Scherzer to right center field.
Trout with a 1-for-3 game. Looks like Avila wants to come back inside. Here's the 0-1. Challenged him again. 0-2.
It's a 100th pitch, and that was at 98 miles an hour. .72 strikes for Scherzer tonight. It's a tremendous ratio.
0-2 in the dirt. Dug out by Avila. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 9 strikeouts for Scherzer. No walks. And 5 hits allowed.
One off a couple big swings from Trout. Just utilize your speed to try to put it in play. Strong enough to do some damage on the baseball, especially when your guy's throwing that hard.
Now the 1-2 outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torrey Hunter's on deck. Two from Scherzer. This one's rolled foul up the line. Reset and do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the 8th.
Well, Cabrera playing almost right on the line at third base. Big hole between short and third.
Another 2-2. Fastball up and in. Avila wanted that pitch away. Full count now. This will be the 105th pitch of the night for Scherzer. With Dotel ready to go. Mentioned he's not shy of going over the 100 pitch mark.
A little indecision here.
Scherzer's gone as high as 122 pitches. That was in a 12 strikeout performance against the Rockies on June 17. He threw 120 against the Angels and picking up the win 2 starts ago. A full count with 1 out here on Mike Trout. 3-2 pitch. This one's popped up on the first base side. It'll be in the seats.
Well, Scherzer, how bad does he want this game himself? He's going after that pop-up. It's going to be by his dugout. A good at bat here for Trout, being behind 0-2s. Fought his way back to a full count. Any way he can get on with that speed could create a situation where Jim Leland goes to the bullpen.
Three-two again. This one's fouled off to the right.
Well, this is a fun at bat right here.
Verlander looking on. He gets the start tomorrow night against C.J. Wilson. The second of this three-game set. The Angels with two in the first. Tigers with solo runs in the second and third innings. This will be the ninth pitch of the at-bat to Trout. Another payoff. Off speed, ripped foul.
He came in with that changeup inside, but this time got too much of the plate. It might not be a good pitch against Mike Trout because he's so quick through the baseball, short, compact swing. I believe Scherzer's going to try to go upstairs with a fastball now. See if Mike can either fight its way on, get on via a base hit or a walk.
Jackson and Bosch in center and right respectively, playing him the opposite way. Another 3-2 pitch. This one's fouled off to the right, coming inside with a fastball. 10 pitch at bat so far. Good look at the defensive alignment with Cabrera hugging the line at third base. Fielder off the line at first. Scherzer struck out Iannetta to start this eighth inning. Three-two again. Breaking ball over to Cabrera. Nice play by the Tiger third baseman, and they get the out. The second here in the eighth.
Boy, was that play close at first base. Nice play by Cabrera. Tough hop. Strong throwing arm just gets Trout. When that tough hop hit the grass and dirt, same time throw across and just gets Trout down the line.
No flashback for Cabrera going back to spring training when he had a bad hop.
It's that lip of the grass and dirt.
Cut his eye in spring training. That ball did pop up though.
Scherzer pretty pumped up about that out. See if Torrey can jump on a pitch before he gets refocused on another batter.
So 2 outs, bases clear, tied at 2 here in the eighth. Torrey 1 for 3, an RBI single in the first. Little dribbler to the left side. Cabrera cuts it off. And the Angels go down in order in the eighth. We head to the ninth, still tied at 2. College football returns to Fox. Eddie George, Joey Harrington, Aaron Andrews get you ready for kickoff with the Ford Fox College Saturday pregame show. Then the 17th ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers take on the UCLA Bruins. Coverage of Fox College football begins tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. Ernesto Frieri comes on in relief here in the ninth inning in the very, very good pitching matchup that we had tonight. Santana going for the Angels, going 6 2/3, striking out 10. 8 for the Tigers.
Looks like he's done. What a playoff atmosphere this is tonight. Shows a lot of energy. No walks, 9 punch-outs for him. Ernesto in there with his hard fastball himself.
Frieri pitching in his 45th game as a member of the Angels. 2-0 record at 2.06 ERA, 17 saves. This, of course, not a save situation. 43 2/3 innings, 70 strikeouts, and opponents hitting 136 against him. As Delman Young leads things off here in the ninth. The first fastball is outside. Young 0 for 3. 1 fly ball to right field, 2 strikeouts. All 3 of those plate appearances coming against Santana. 1-0. There's a strike in at the knees, 1-1. Ernesto pitching the 7-1 win for the Angels Wednesday against Oakland. Went 1 inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. Tied him up with that fastball, 1-2.
Well, that's that lateral movement at 96. Young looking fastball gets one, but that fastball started middle of the plate and ran in off the plate and on his hands.
Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Brennan Bosch on decks. Johnny Peralta after him. 2-2. Two on the way. This one lined right back up the middle into center field. Leadoff man is on board as Young spun that fastball around.
And that fastball was down middle of the plate. Didn't have that lateral movement, stayed straight. Delman Young base hit, going to be pinch run for now.
Quentin Berry will take over as the pinch runner at first base. He leads the Tigers in stolen bases with 18. So good speed on the bases now for Detroit.
And this Tiger team doesn't run a whole lot, but Berry is definitely one that does. 18 stolen bases, not been caught yet.
Right from the get-go, Berry with a big lead at first. Brennan Bosch at the plate. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Singled back in the 5th inning. Struck out the other 2 times up. Frieri's the 4th reliever used by Mike Scioscia. Downs faced 1 batter, walked him. Richards faced 1 batter and got Rayburn to ground out. Jepson for an inning. Down and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
When that first pitch so important to throw a strike. Now you've probably taken away the option for Mike Scioscia to put a pitch out on. Although Scioscia's not afraid to do so. 1-0.
His Sturris in on the grass at third. Step off, just glancing over to see what Berry's doing. Tom Brookins, the first base coach, asking Jeff Kellogg if he's balking.
Real close. He was definitely going on that one. He got his hand in there just before the tag was applied.
And Brookins saying that Frieri kind of buckling that left knee a little bit, much like Max Scherzer does.
Scherzer does.
Still a 1-ball, no strike count here on Bosch. Leadoff single by Delman Young. Quentin Berry, the pinch runner at first. Bosch fouls it back. Count even up at a ball and a strike. And while you want to keep Berry as close as possible to the bag at first base, you cannot forget about Bosch at the plate. And even though offensively the numbers have been off for him, he has struggled this year. Very capable of driving a baseball out of a ballpark.
Yeah, especially if you make a mistake inside, middle in. Real good power to right center field for Bosch.
Big lead against for Berry at first base. He takes off. The pitch is fouled back.
He didn't get a real good jump on that one. Fortunate enough for him and the Tigers that Bosch fouled that one off. Slight hesitation going and looking back.
One ball, two strikes on Bosch. It's Peralta, the shortstop, on deck. Berry was leaning again.
Good job by Frieri. The best way to slow down a running game is hold the baseball.
Inetta set up outside. Berry goes. Pitch out. The throw down to second base. One hopper. Ibar's got it. No, he can't hang on to it. Berry with a stolen base. His 19th of the year. And a man in scoring position represents the go-ahead run.
A straight steal. If Ibar's able to hold on to that baseball, they got him. Boy, quick catch and throw from Iannetta. Low throw, but just unable to hold on to the baseball. Ibar stayed in there very well. Let's try to block that path for Berry into second base.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And Bosch strikes out, swinging. There's out number 1.
Keep an eye on him. Berry looks back at second base now.
So 1 out, a man in scoring position. Quentin Berry. And Johnny Peralta coming up 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of fly ball outs and a strikeout. Listers guarding the line over at third. Spin move. Keeping Berry honest at second base. Outfield pretty much straight up against Peralta. Kendry's off the line at first. Pick off at 10. Very easily gets that hand back in there. And much like we said with Garrett Richards, it's tough sometimes for Frieri. See how he throws across his body to get that throw on the shortstop side of the bag.
Yeah, ideally on that spin move like that, you want to step around as quick as possible, have your foot point towards second base. He's pointing towards right center field. It's difficult to get your arm in a good throwing position.
Peralta grounds one towards short, backhanded by Ibar. Kendrys digs it out.
What a job by Kendrys.
2 outs. Boy, Eric threw a heck of a changeup over to first base, almost like he was caught in between as to what he wanted to do with that throw.
Yeah, it looked like initially he thought about getting Berry at second, but then the low throw. And Kendrys, we talked about Kendrys Morales at first base. He's got a great glove. He could pick that low throw. Prior to getting hurt, he was one of the better fielding first basemen in the American League. That's a tough hop, too.
Came up with it, kept the foot on the bag, 2 outs. Now Butcher's going to come out and got to make sure that Frieri's focused on Alex Avila, the catcher, who's homered and has walked twice.
Got a right-handed batter on deck, and Omar Infante dealing with a left-handed batter here with an open base.
Avila hit his 8th home run of the year, leading off the 3rd. Now is against Irvin Santana. The first one. The catcher is in for a strike. The Angels trying to keep it a 2-2 tie with a man in scoring position. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Halos have Pujols, Morales, and Kendrick. The Tigers have Valverde and Dotel warming up in their bullpen. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Good.
Blew it right by him.
Good fastball.
Avila getting tired of waiting, backs out. Delman Young led off this 9th inning with a single. Quentin Berry, the pinch runner, stole second. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Avila. The inning comes to an end. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Pujols, Morales, and Kendrick were still tied at 2. Gave up the leadoff single to Delman Young. Quentin Berry still second as the pinch runner, and then got Alex Avila, pardon me. Two strikeouts swinging.
Challenge him with that gas. 96.
Alex, the son of Al, as Octavio Dotel takes over here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Max Scherzer went 8 innings, struck out 9, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and both in the first inning. The Angels will have 3, 4, and 5 coming up here in the bottom of the ninth.
Couldn't ask for a better scenario if you're the Angels, having Albert Pujols leading off here in the bottom of the ninth at a tie game.
Albert 0 for 3. Came into this one with a 14-game hitting streak. Reached on the fielder's choice and scored in the first. Popped out and has struck out in the other 2 plate appearances. Dotel pitching in his 50th game, a 5-2 record, a 2.86 ERA. And these two certainly have had their share of meetings in the National League. The first one is popped up, shallow center field. Johnny Peralta drifting out, makes the catch, 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out to start this ninth inning. Kendricks comes up, 2 for 3, a couple of extra base hits, a double in the first inning, his 20th of the year, and a triple in the 6th. His first of the season, 4th of his career.
He may have saved the game with that pick at first base.
No doubt. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Dotel, in case you were wondering, has allowed 2 home runs this season. Oh, 1 pitch. This is line to center field. Jackson coming on. He'll play it on a hop. A 3-hit game for Kendrys Morales. You figure you get perhaps a pinch runner. Yep, here comes Peter Borges to pinch run for Kendrys.
Well, what a game by Kendrys today. Single, double, triple. Outstanding plays at first base. And Dotel has allowed 9 stolen bases in 12 attempts.
Howie will step to the plate. 0 for 3 tonight. Twice is grounded to second. The other time he punched out, but he has picked up an RBI, his 53rd of the year.
A ton of room in left center field for Howie.
Give Peter an opportunity to try to take a bag. The first pitch. A strike on the outside corner. Borges, 2 stolen bases, has been caught once.
Vila has thrown out nearly a little over 26% of what would be base stealers.
Good lead for Borges at first base. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a miss, 0-2, and Borges has not budged from first base. Andy Dirks very deep in left field. Jackson shallow and toward the alley at right center field. Bosch shallow and toward the foul line at right. And Cabrera hugging the line at third. Big hole on the left side as well. Eric Ivar on deck with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Little shot put throw to first. Just check in on Peter.
Yeah, that's not his A move. He has a good move, Dotel, to first base.
Oh, 2 count on Howie. Borges starts to go, then stops. This one line to right. Bosch is there, makes the catch. Borges heads back to first, 2 outs. Good positioning on the part of the Detroit Tigers. They pitched right into their defense.
And Bosch played in a little bit, especially with 2 strikes. He was playing slightly deeper earlier in the count. But being in this position to be able to field this Line drive by Howie. Good approach. Hit well by Howie, but Bosch right there to make the play.
Borges alertly peeking up and finding the baseball. Otherwise, it's a double play, and we're heading to extra innings. You figure that Ibar might give Borges an opportunity here to try to steal a bag.
Yeah, you think you have to here, especially because Eric Ibar's a singles gap type hitter. Very difficult for him to drive Peter in from first base, but if he steals a base in scoring position, he could score with a single.
1 for 3 in the game is Ibar, double in the fourth, extending his hitting streak to 7 games. Borges takes off. The first one is cut on and fouled back. And Borges would have been standing at second base with a stolen base.
That's when you have to have patience if you're Eric Ibar. Allow a pitch to be thrown. Boy, he got a great jump. Dotel slow to the plate there also.
That is the winning run. LaTroy Hawkins is warming up. Looks like he'd be coming on in the 10th if we get there. This one pulled foul. Now it's 0-2. Outfield straight up against Ibar. All at regular depth. Little dribbler on the third base side. That's going to be an infield base hit. So Ibar picks up his second hit. Cabrera had no chance, especially with 2 strikes. And the winning run in scoring position now for Mark Trumbo.
Eric Ibar, another infield hit. Right down that third base line. And it's 100.
Alberto Callaspo.
71 hits for him, infield hits.
Pardon me, Gooby. Trumbo gets called back, and Callaspo is going to come up and pinch hit for Mark. Alberto hitting .250 on the season. A .231 average from the left side compared to the .295 from the right. As a pinch hitter this year, he is 3 for 7 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. Trumbo ends the night going 0 for 3 and now 0 for his last 15.
Callaspo's got good career numbers against Tiger pitching. .298 batting average in 168 at bats.
Borges at second. Ibar at first. The first one to Callaspo. A strike on the inside corner. Infield base hit for Ibar, keeping this inning alive. 7th hit for the Angels tonight. Here's the 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Borges pinch running for Kendrys Morales, had a 1-out single for his 3rd hit of the ball game. That came with 1 out here tonight. Kendrick lined out for the 2nd out, and then Ibar with the infield dribbler. Winning run at second base, tied at 2 here in the 9th. 1-1 on the way. Off speed, a swing and a miss. 1-2.
When you think of the outfield arms for the Tigers, Brendan Bosch, the strongest of the three in the outfield. Dirks, pretty good arm. Austin Jackson, very good as far as charging the baseball. So Bosch, the strongest of the three as far as throwing arms.
Borges will be waived regardless of what is hit. If it is hit out to the outfield. The 1-2. This is grounded toward the hole. Peralta can't get it. Here comes Borges. Dirk misplays it. Light that baby up as the Angels take this one. 3-2 the final.
What an at bat by Callaspo. Just went with a tough pitch. Gets it by the hole. And no slowing down Peter Borges.
Johnny Peralta was not going to get to it. The Angels pick up the victory. The speed of Peter Borges as the pinch runner forces Dirks to try to hurry. The throw doesn't even come up with the baseball.
Well, a nice piece of hitting by Callaspo. Mentioned the fact nearly a 300 career hitter against Tiger pitching. Just went with the pitch. A perfect pitch, just a better at bat. For Alberto Callaspo scoring. Peter Borges, Mike Sochi went all in with this effort tonight. Pinch running, pinch hitting, going to his bullpen and wins this big game. Great pitching matchup, and the Angels pull it out 3-2.
That will make Ernesto Frieri the winner of this game, as he is now 3-0. As we take a look at the wild card standings, the Angels now 2 games back in the wild card. Oakland currently leading the Seattle Mariners. Baltimore lost today. Tampa Bay did 1. As the Angels pick up game 1 and continue their winning streak after sweeping the Oakland Athletics, able to pick up the first game of this homestand and doing it in fine style. Peter Borges down on the field. The pinch runner who came in to score. Give it up for Peter Borges scoring a winning run tonight as the Angels take it in walk-off style. And Peter, for you, standing at second base, you're anticipating anything put on the ground, in the air, doesn't matter. You're breaking as quickly as possible. A huge win for the Angels to start off this homestand.
It definitely is. Alberto had a great at-bat right there, getting us that win. And, you know, it's a good start to this homestand.
Yeah, Peter, you mentioned Callaspo going with. That was a tough pitch. You're right there. You got a good vantage point at second base, but your secondary lead allowed you to be able to score and get this big victory against the Tigers.
Yeah, you know, that was a tough pitch, and he handled it well. He stayed on it and got it through the infield. And fortunately, I was able to come home and score.
All right, that cat and mouse game over at first base with Dotel. Looked like you had an opportunity to steal second base during the I-bar at bat. Difficult for you at times, but just to get into scoring position, the biggest key in this ninth inning.
Yeah, it definitely was. Eric battled that at bat, put the ball in play, and good things happened. He got a hit, and then Albert came up and drove me in.
Peter, you talk about a team effort to win this. It seemed like a bunch of guys out of the bullpen, a bunch of guys off the bench. You guys all came together to be able to pull out this victory tonight.
It definitely was. You know, we battled Scherzer all night, and our pitching did an unbelievable job. Irvin threw the ball really well. The bullpen did its job, and it's nice to get this W.
Oh, nice job, Peter. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Peter Borges scoring the winning run in the terrific pitching matchup today as the Angels pick up the victory. 3-2 the final. Once again, Ernesto Frieri picks up the win in relief. Alberto Callaspo, the hero, stick around as Michael leaves. Jose Mota, Tim Salmon will break it all down on Angels Live post-game edition coming up next.